Trucks loaded with fresh cane roll toward the factory gates. This is where agriculture meets industry, and the real transformation begins.
A sea of green under the sun. The journey of sugar begins in wide, open fields.
Nature's sugar factory at work.
Harvesting too early means less sugar. Harvesting too late can reduce quality. So farmers must choose the perfect moment.
The art of knowing when it's ready. Experienced farmers can tell when sugarcane is ready just by looking at it.
They cut the stalks close to the ground because the bottom part contains the highest sugar concentration. This requires strength, speed, and precision.
Modern machines enter the fields. In large farms, modern harvesting machines take over. These powerful machines.
The race against time begins. The moment sugarcane is cut, the clock starts ticking.
Loading the sweet cargo. Once cut, sugarcane stalks are bundled and loaded onto trucks or tractors. As trucks roll toward the factory, the story shifts from farming to industry. This journey connects two worlds.
When the trucks finally reach the factory gates, the first chapter of sugar's journey comes to an end. Here, human labor.
Time is critical here. Fresh sugarcane that contains living enzymes that start reducing sugar quality once harvested.
This is no ordinary workplace. It's a massive operation running at full speed.
Truck 1, straight ahead. Truck 2, bear left into lane 3.
The first stop is the weighbridge. Each truck drives onto a giant scale built into the ground. In modern sugar factories, weighing is not just mechanical, it's digital. Computers record the weight, time, and source of every load.
Quality inspection begins. After weighing, the cane moves.
Removing unwanted materials. Any visible debris is removed immediately. In some factories, mechanical cleaners shake and wash the cane to remove dirt and dust. The invisible enemy, festma. Time. While inspection is happening, another process already started, sugar loss.
Goods. Hydraulic systems lift and tilt entire trucks, allowing cane to slide out in seconds. In some
The cane leaves the world of fields and sunlight and enters the world of steel, steam, and machines.
These pieces then move into a series of giant crushing rollers. Each roller presses harder than the last.
The moment of transformation begins. This is where
Harvest day. Feeding the machines, sugarcane moves from conveyor belts into powerful feeding systems. These machines align and
The first machines the cane meets are high-speed rotating knives. These sharp blades slice the long stalks into shredding for better extraction. After cutting, the cane is shredded even further. It becomes a loose, fluffy mass instead of solid stalks.
the giant crushing rollers rust. Now the shredded cane enters the crushing mills. These are
As the rollers squeeze the cane, the sweet liquid flows out and is collected in large channels below. This liquid is called raw cane juice.
Meet bagasse, the leftover fiber. What remains after crushing is a dry, fibrous material known as bagasse.
Turning waste into power. Instead of throwing bagasse away, factories use it as fuel in boilers. Burning bagasse produces steam.
The raw cane juice flows onward through pipes and tanks, heading toward cleaning and purification.
To clean it, the juice is heated and mixed with lime. This causes impurities to clump together. The mixture is then sent to
Why purification matters. Sugar quality depends heavily on how clean the juice is at this stage.
The first step in cleaning is heating. The raw juice is passed through heaters where its temperature is carefully raised.
A small, controlled amount of lime is added to the hot juice. As a result, impurities begin to stick together and form heavier particles.
The science of clumping impurities. Once lime is mixed in, something fascinating happens. Tiny particles
Enter the clarifiers. The treated juice now flows into large tanks called clarifiers. Inside these
At the bottom of the clarifier, thick, muddy material collects. This is known as clarifier mud. This mud
The sugar produced from clean juice has better taste, brighter color, stronger crystals, and longer shelf life.
What is evaporation and why it matters? Sugarcane juice is mostly water. To make sugar crystals later, this water must be removed.
In modern factories, juice is not boiled like water in an open pot. Instead, evaporators operate under control.
Steam from one vessel is reused to heat the next. This system removes water step by step, using energy efficiently.
Eventually, the liquid reaches the perfect thickness. At this point, it is no longer called.
Modern factories use sensors and computers to maintain exact conditions inside evaporators. Even
Steam recycling, saving energy. One of the smartest features of evaporation is steam recycling.
Eco-friendly sugar production. By recycling steam and using bagasse as fuel, sugar factories become energy-efficient systems. The syrup is thick, stable, and full of potential. It flows smoothly toward the next stage, crystallization.
Slowly, layer by layer, crystals begin to grow. Workers carefully control temperature, the most magical moment in the factory. This is the stage where liquid finally becomes solid.
Sugar is sensitive to heat. High temperatures can caramelize it, but boiling under vacuum preserves the natural sweetness and purity of sugar.
It's thickening nicely now, almost there. Yes?
Agreed. The concentration level is perfect. The crystals are starting to form.
Introducing the seed crystals. Now comes a critical moment. Tiny sugar crystals perfect balance of control. Crystallization is all about balance. Workers carefully control temperature, pressure, stirring speed, timing.
Consistency check looks good. Yeah, the crystals are fully formed. We are good to go.
Sugar is almost ready. At this stage, sugar is no longer just a liquid idea, it's real.
The massecuite now enters high-speed spinning machines called centrifuges. These machines spin so fast.
After crystallization, the thick massecuite is ready for its next transformation. It is loaded into
The science of centrifuges spin at incredibly high speeds, sometimes hundreds of revolutions per minute. This spinning.
As the centrifuge spins, molasses is forced through tiny holes in the machine. This liquid is collected separately.
Once the molasses is removed, factories recycle it in several ways, making ethanol for biofuel, producing animal feed, creating yeast for baking and fermentation.
Raw sugar emerges. After centrifugation,
terps. Quality checks begin. Even at this stage, quality control is essential.
From machine to conveyor, once separated and washed, raw sugar is discharged from the centrifuge onto conveyors.
It moves toward drying and cooling.
The spinning action of the centrifuge has completed one of the most important transformations. Liquid syrup becomes solid crystals.
Freshly separated sugar crystals contain moisture and heat, so the sugar moves into large dryers where hot air.
After centrifugation, the sugar crystals are formed but not yet stable. They are warm, sticky, and still contain moisture from the syrup.
The raw sugar is fed into large industrial dryers. Hot air is blown through the crystals to remove the remaining water.
Controlled heat for safety ties. Drying is not just about heat, Suras. It's about precision.
Removing moisture thoroughly. Hot air moves through the crystals, evaporating water that remains inside. This ensures that each crystal is dry.
Moves into cooling chambers where air at controlled temperatures gradually lowers the heat. Cooling stabilizes the crystals, making them strong and non-sticky.
Proper drying and cooling prevent sugar from sticking together. Free-flowing sugar is easier to handle, measure, and package. Quality checks during drying clowers. Even at this stage, quality control continues. Operators check moisture content.
From dryers to conveyors. After cooling, sugar is discharged to conveyors.
Different chillers. Ready for storage and packaging, dry and stable sugar can now be safely stored without clumping. It maintains its quality.
From green sugarcane stalks to dried, sparkling crystals, the sugar is now nearly complete. It has passed through.
Sugar passes through vibrating screens to separate crystals by grade. Quality control teams test samples for purity.
Not all crystals are the same. Even after drying and cooling, sugar crystals vary in size. Some are fine like sand, while others are larger and coarser.
Quality control teams take samples from each batch. They test for purity, moisture content, crystal size, and color.
Digits. Following food safety standards. Modern sugar factories follow strict food safety and hygiene standards.
If any batch doesn't meet standards, it may be reprocessed, foamed, dissolved, filtered, and recrystallized to meet quality requirements.
Most modern factories use automated packaging machines. These machines fill, weigh, seal, and label sugar bags at high speed. Labeling and traceability. Each package carries labels indicating grade, weight, production date, and sometimes origin. After packaging, sugar is stacked and prepared for transport. Warehouses store it.
From green sugarcane in the field to sparkling crystals in the bag, the journey is complete.